All right, we are live. Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome. Bonsoir tout le monde et bienvenue. Backed by popular demand, it's the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net. This is VA3CJZ, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, or AREG, for Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in Hamilton, Ontario. At the western tip of Lake Ontario is where Hamilton is, and we meet here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on 146.430 megahertz. And this net has been on the air once a week for 1,679 weeks. That's over 32 years, and we've been here once a week consecutively. And so it is a simplex net, and not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. So I also stream the net on YouTube, so people who tune in can hear how they sound on the air, see their signal strength, and of course, hear stations that they cannot hear on their radios. And so just search for VA3CJZ on YouTube. And tonight's title will be marked AREG Week 1679. And so everyone with a valid license, of course, is welcome to join this net. And I'd like to congratulate and welcome all the newly licensed amateur operators. Finally, I'd ask that you please leave a 1 second delay between transmissions. And with that, do we have any one and done priority traffic or portable mobile stations? Please come now.
VA3 WPG, fast in and out, frozen face from the dentist, so that'll be it from me today.
Victor Alpha 3, Whiskey Papa Golf. I can hear the freezing from here, Chris. Yeah. Your articulation of speech is a little, just slightly different, but I wouldn't have known unless you mentioned it. So hopefully you're feeling better, and it was a success.
I'd imagine so.
All right. Not one of my favorite places to go to, that's for sure. Okay, anyone else? One and done? Please come now.
Victor Echo 3 India, uniform kilowatt.
All right, Victor Echo 3, India Uniform Kilowatt. Bill, come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck. Sorry about earlier today when I was talking to you. The battery of my walkie-talkie died while I was walking around. I didn't realize it was that low. But anyways, I can't stick around tonight, so I just wanted to give you a check-in for the log.
Okay, Bill. Well, sorry you can't stick around. We usually enjoy your participation in the trivia and the nets and the funny dad jokes. But thanks for letting me know there, Bill, and have a great rest of the evening. Anything else?
I'll give you a quick dad after you write it.
What's that? All right, we've got some uninvited guests here, but who could relay that?
Because it's too tired. Oh my goodness.
Because it's too tired. All right, thanks, Bill, and thanks for the joke there. All right, have a good one, Bill, and thank you, Mac, for the relay. We always encourage relays on simplex nets. That's how we get the message across. All right, thank you, Bill. All right, then, so let's open up the net to anyone and everyone. If Mac wants to be first, fine. If not, everyone else, please come in.
V3 Kilo Mike Quebec.
VA3IMW. I'll be number 2. And then we'll do the paperwork.
Copy that on the paperwork. So let's bring in Mike, Victor Echo 3, Kilo Mike, Quebec.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck, and hello to back there and everybody else that may be along on the net. Hope everybody's having a great evening. For me, I'm talking to you this evening on my mobile rig, but I've got it in my shack. And so that rig is an old Kenwood TM-V7A, if anybody's familiar with that. That's the one that has the blue display. It's a very nice radio. I really like it. But I brought it in the shack to do some mods, some modifications to allow it to run on one speaker for both dual bands. This radio is a true dual band radio, and it's got 2 speaker outputs. So normally you'd have to have 2 speakers for each band, right? But didn't want to do that, so I found a way to do what they call a mono summing circuit. Basically what it is, just putting 2 resistors in line with the signal lead of each speaker output from the radio, and then tying them together, the ends of the resistors together. So anyway, been doing some experimentation, and you know, all the YouTube stuff says you should use something like 500 to 1,000 ohms. No, that doesn't work. It cuts the volume down way too low. So I ended up settling on 51 ohms with some resistors I had in the junk box. So that seems to be working good, and with that I should be able to get it back into the car, and away we go with one speaker. So that's what I've been up to there, Chuck. And with that, I'll swing it back to you, VA3CJZ, VE3 Kilo Mike, Quebec.
Oh, very good, Mike. Yeah, you gotta love those true dual banders. The first one I got was a TYT, and I think Yaesu had another version of it. But man, oh man, I like that radio. Too bad the parts kept failing on it, and they pretty much disappeared on the market, off the market after that. So, oh, very good then. So you'll be able to listen to both sides at once, right, through the one speaker.
Yeah, Roger. Well, the radio, I've actually put the radio body, if you will, into a very nice little Tupperware type tray I got at dollar store for about $4. The radio fits in there perfectly, along with a little project box that sits behind the radio in the same container, and I've slid that under the seat of the passenger side. So naturally the sound coming from the radio speaker would be a little bit quiet, if you will. So I've got a speaker that actually sits very nicely into the cup holder. It's about 4 inches by 4 inches. So, but the bracket allows it to sit in this cup holder. It's dual cup holder. So everything's working out great. And as I said, I really like this radio. It's about almost 30 years old now, but it served me well.
Very good. Yes, don't like they said, don't throw it out if it's not broken. So very good. I'm glad you are keeping it going and making the best of it. So very good then. Any upcoming plans at all? Oh, and the other night I was asking people if they've started buying anything for Christmas yet.
Well, on the Christmas side, no, not yet. Is that close on the calendar? I guess it is. No, for me, I've been concentrating this past week on raking leaves, which is my annual chore. I've got a ton of leaves, and I have to cart them out on a tarp to the curb. The city does pick them up, which that's very good. But there's only a 1 week window, and that's next week. So fortunately, the weather's really been cooperating. Nice sunny day today and yesterday, and I think tomorrow's not too bad as well. So anyway, that's what I'm up to there, Chuck. And with that, I'll pass along 73. I will be listening along for a little bit, but wish you all the best in the net there, V3KMQ.
All right there, Mike. Yeah, my neighbor, I think, did the raking on my property again. You see, we have a weird property line. My front lawn has about 3 feet of his property. Basically, it's all the one lawn, but 3 feet of it is his, and there's no barrier, so I just mow it when I cut the grass, right? Why, why not do the extra 3 feet? So I do it, and it's an Asian gentleman next door, an Asian family, and the husband told me one day that he appreciates me looking after his lawn. And so he thanks me by raking the leaves. So I love that that arrangement there, Mike. Anyhow, thanks again for checking in, and have a great rest of the evening.
Yeah, thank you, Chuck. You as well, V3KMQ.
All right, let's move on to the paperwork section of the net. Victor Alpha 3, India, Mike Whiskey. Mac, come on in.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody on net. Interesting radio conditions tonight. I'm listening to something from somewhere about an S5 on this frequency, and it seems to be beeping once in a while, so I'm going to assume it's a repeater of some nature. So maybe some type of inversion is occurring, and something from a distance is coming in. Anyways, you're much stronger, obviously, than that. So, what's that? 20 over S9 at times. So that's working in our favor. I did check in with Chris on the Burlington Amateur Radio Club net, and I shared our intentions to have our winter solstice activation on the 21st of December at White Hearn McQuestern House, and on the 21st of December, obviously hoping that Mother Nature is kind to us, and obviously the inner city will be somewhat protected from winds and other things that would make things uncomfortable. But yep, the word is out. Looking forward to everybody joining us, and yeah, we don't. We're what did I say? I said I told them we're non-denominational, so you don't have to be any particular member of any club. Everybody's welcome. Everybody gets a copy of the logs that participate, so that they can bank that against their activation status on the Parks on the Air website. And this one should be really, really active. Everybody loves a park that is seldom active because they're looking for something new to add to their log. And that particular park has only been activated 8 times, 9 attempts. I guess somebody was a little short on their 10 count, but not a ton of contacts, so everybody's going to be clambering all over us, including our friends in Europe, because we're also going to spot ourselves on the worldwide flora and fauna location, because there is a park number that's associated with the McQueston House. So that will definitely garner some interest from all of the European stations that just love the flora and fauna, even more than the Americans do Parks on the Air. Anyways, no timer on this one, but I'm sure I could probably talk everybody's ear off, and I'm not. I won't hold things up too much longer. Hope the log gets filled up tonight, and we're certainly looking forward to the trivia and on this day, all the rest of that stuff. So thanks for doing this one, Chuck. I know you work really hard in researching everything coming up to it, so certainly appreciate it. Back to you.
All right, Mac, thank you for that. And yes, I do spend a little bit of time getting ready for the net, and it's a pleasure, and always have fun. Tonight I got a really good trivia and on this day portion. Looking forward to that myself. So, but talking about conditions today, I noticed a couple of hours ago, I checked QRZ webpage, and we only had 49 sunspots. The A and the K index were low, but my goodness, not very active on the sun. So I don't know about you guys there, but I didn't. I didn't spend a lot of time trying to listen. Okay, Mac. Do you have anything else before we do another shout out?
Not a whole lot. I just entertained a quick phone call from Rick. He got a call from our friend over here, Kilo Charlie India. Apparently
Art.
somebody came in and touched his radio and it's off frequency, so he's all
Again?
in a tizzy. Anyways, I'm not going anywhere tonight, so popping over there and resetting his radio is not in the cards. But nonetheless, I'm going to have to make a date and go over there, get his radio programmed, and somehow I'll let him know. There's a simple way to, if you have programmed frequencies and stuff like that with the 7100, it's as easy as a push of a button. And it's a good old radio that'll even talk to you and tell you where you're at. But that's for another day. Thanks again, Chuck. I'll turn it back to you.
Oh, geez. But he's got like three good radios. He's got a 7100, I think a 7300, and the 991A from Yaesu. So he should have one on standby, and when there's a problem with the one, he can switch over to the other one. I don't know. That's too bad. But thanks for letting me know.
The 3BK.
Ah, speak of the devil. VE3BK. Come on in, Rick.
Yeah, I got it. I had to phone him back. He phoned me back after I talked to Mac. Anyway, well, that would be a good idea to set one of the other radios to the same frequency, but I don't know. Anyway, you probably have trouble with that too. Anyway, I had one radio set up that 146 430, and I put the lock on, and he could still change bands with that radio even though the lock was on. And I had it set up for 7100 and 3.755, that kind of thing. But then he told me that he was afraid to go to other bands or whatever. So anyway, I just broke in here and I just turned it on, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, and I'm sure he would appreciate Mac going over there. And it's too bad somebody touched it and got it off frequency. It was on 20 meters CW, so that's a far cry away from 146 430 FM.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, you didn't miss much there, Rick. We had, let's see now, we had a few check-ins already, and there's some on the YouTube. We've got, I want to say hello to Wade, VA3NCA, Matt, VE3 Sierra Mike November, and Wayne B. from Mississauga, VA3 FMB, joined us, and who else? Oh, me. So, want to say hello to everybody, and I am streaming the net on YouTube. Just put my call, VA3CJZ, in the search box, and you can look for the live button, or if you want to type in AREG week 1679, that's where we are. Come on in and say hi. And so, Rick, I was asking people if they've bought anything for Christmas yet. And my wife come home today and she says, I got us an early Christmas present. So it was an early Black Friday deal on digital uh, a digital air fryer slash oven. And so we haven't tried it yet. She had to run off to work, so I'm going to wait for her to come home, and we're going to check it out. But that's our first early Christmas present, and we didn't get to wait until Christmas to unwrap it. So she said she didn't want to hold it behind and not test it out first, because if there's only a 30-day warranty at the store, Christmas is more than 30 days away. So uh, we got us a new air fryer.
Well, that's good. Yeah, hello to everybody on frequency. And, well, Christmas, it's really not the same since the kids aren't home anymore. My wife was, always worried about wrapping stuff too and getting all this stuff there and making a big deal about it for the kids. And now you might get your Christmas gift in a brown paper bag. So, who knows? But anyway, air dryer. Well, one thing, I bought different things too early when they've been on sale. And you find most of these department stores are pretty good about it. If you tell them that you bought it for a gift for Christmas and it wasn't given to the person till Christmas, then usually they'll do an exchange or something if you have a problem with it. But that's something I found in the past anyway. And but we've been pretty lucky. Really haven't had anything that didn't work coming out of the box.
Yeah, well, I know Amazon says that if a lot of the things that you buy now, especially since actually the Black Friday sale starts tomorrow officially, but they say if you buy something now and you don't give it till Christmas, you got till New Year's, January 1st there to return or exchange it.
Oh, that's not too bad then. Oh, at least that's giving you about a week. Yeah, pretty good. B3 BK Freddy. Yeah, I forgot to say that before. Anyway, that's not too bad. But, that's smart. Wait till the wife comes home and do it together. And one thing, too, some of these items now, they get so complicated with the controls on them and all that. So, but you're better off to both do it at the same time and you learn something, so one helps the other. That's at least what I find. But anyway, that's it. Haven't been doing much in the way of radio work. And I've got that, thank you very much for sending me that link to, where the heck was it? Yeah, I can't remember the name, Utah. And it seems to work pretty good. I put it on my computer right here now, so I got access to it. And so come Monday night next week, we'll find out what happens. Anyway, I just got on YouTube and you're showing off QSL cards. That one looks pretty neat. Yeah, what is that? Now we're in the Italy Zulu 4. Nice cards, Chuck.
Yeah, thanks, Rick. If you guys think that I should slow down the speed of the in-between cards, let me know. I can do that instantly over here. And but if you like it for now, we'll just let it roll. So what do you think, Rick?
Yeah, I'd slow it down a little bit. Yeah, it changed when I was mentioning the one that changed to the next one already. So, but those are some nice cards. And tell me though, Chuck, did you work any of those guys on 40 meters in the middle of the night?
No, but I have done it. I've also been up super early, in the 6 a.m. range, even sooner. And I've had some success. It's it all depends on the conditions, of course. And I find I get my best contacts in the mornings to begin with.
Oh yeah, the morning. That's usually the best time. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, I find that's where the best contacts are. I'd say right up until noon, and then after that it gets a little iffy. But now that we're changing seasons, things change a little bit. It's darker a lot later in the mornings and earlier in the afternoons, so we have to adjust to that.
Oh yeah, and I had a delivery tonight from Amazon, and my wife had to turn the porch light on. She said, just around 6 o'clock. She says, "Oh, boy, it gets dark early now." Well, it sure does.
Yeah, tonight it was at right around 10 to 5. So we're getting a lot closer to quarter to 5. Usually that's about it. 20 to 5 maybe. And then, yeah, that's early. We are in the dark ages for now. That's for sure.
Yeah, roger on that. Well, you know what I hated was going to work in the dark, coming home in the dark. I hated that in the winter months. But that's the way it goes. Anyway, I'll let you get back to that. And, yeah, I don't seem to be getting any sound out of off my YouTube. So I don't know why. Probably something I got wrong here. Anyway, we'll attend to that. And so we'll let you get back to that. VA3 CJZ, VE3 Bravo Kilowatt.
Okay, very good. Let me know on YouTube there if the sound is coming in okay. And we could make adjustments from there. But anyways, thank you, Rick. So we'll clear with VE3 Bravo Kilowatt. And let's start a new list. Who else is out there would like to stop by the longest running simplex net, the AREG? Please come now.
Free BMW.
All right, VE3 BNW Bravo November Whiskey. What cool suffix do you have for us, Bill? What do you have for BNW?
Well, I usually tell people sometimes they get confused. They say BMW, like the car. No, I say VE3 Bring Naked Women.
VE3 TJZ.
Okay, hang on a minute there, Bill. I was going to say bare naked women. It's the same thing. But anyways, VE3 DJZ, come on in, Huey.
All right, Chuck, how do you copy me on that new Bofang, the Mini 5? I just got it in today.
I hear you pretty good, but I do hear a subaudible tone, I think. I'm not sure, and we are pretty close. But it sounds okay, yeah.
Okay, no problem. I just have to go through the settings. I just got it in today. I got a pair. I got the clear ones. The ones that see-through casing.
Oh yeah. I've always wondered what they look like, in person, other than in pictures. But yeah, check to see if you got a tone in there. I'm pretty sure I hear a subaudible tone, but thanks for checking in there, Huey. All right, so let's go back to Bill. What's happening there, bare naked women?
Oh, just in the shack here with my little guy, and he's on his computer. I'm just in the corner here. I'm actually trying out a different radio tonight. I picked up this little quad bander, of all things. It's made by QYD. It's in Quebec Yankee Tango, and it does VHF, UHF. It's also got 220 on it as well. Not as much action in 220, but it's got some other weird frequencies, like 350 megs or something strange like that. Guess maybe for military aircraft. But yeah, I just thought I'd hook that up. I still got it in the disc cone, and it seems to be working well. It's a tiny little thing, though. I couldn't believe it. I picked up it from a gentleman out in Cambridge. I saw it advertised. I I need to upgrade my little radio. Slowly getting back into this again. So went up and grabbed it, and he's a nice gentleman. Actually, when I got there, he had this big box sitting there. He said, "Oh, you can have this too, 5RV with coax." So now I guess I'll have to be looking for an HF rig to go along with that. So if that, I'll just pass it on to somebody else that may want it. But I'll think about it. I get the real estate for it, so I might put that up. Also, just want to say, too, your last week you were mentioning about an audio interface for a USB, and I was listening to it. I picked one up. The Sabrent audio, it's just a very simple one to input and output. And I found, I don't know if you found it, but I found it when I hooked it up to my system that the audio was very distorted, especially if it had a lot of bassy sound. Like mine just hooked up to my big computer and the speakers and stuff, and it was somewhat warbly and distorted. Low passages of vocals seem to be okay. Just I don't know if that's just inherent with the system or what. Back to you there, VE3 BMW.
Yeah, unless you got one that's not working right. I mean, I would try different cables. You know, you have some with one ring, some with two rings, and some with three rings. And some of them accommodate one of those better than the other. So give that a try, Bill.
Yeah, I might give that a shot. I know you're talking about like the stereo as opposed to mono and whatnot. Usually the four rings is like good for the Yaesu type radios and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So try that, and if you're getting the same results, you may have a defective one. I don't know, but they're like the number one rated and number one selling external USB cards. So I'm pretty happy with mine.
So mentioning too that I picked up this little QIT radio. How's it sound out there anyway? Sounds good on the receive anyway. I hooked up to a little speaker, but I guess it's working all right for transmit wise.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Bill. You're full strength over here, and it's nice, crisp and clear audio. And if you like, you could go to YouTube and put in my call and go to the live section there and listen in, and move the slider at the bottom of the screen to where it says 29 minutes. And that's where you and I, or 28 minutes, that's where you and I started talking. And you'll be able to listen to yourself. That's one of the main reasons why I stream this on YouTube.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I hate hearing myself talking. Oh, I hate it. But yeah, I'll check it out though. It's only a 25 watt unit on V and about 20 watts on U. But it's for what I need. It seems to do a little trick. The price is right.
Yeah, you know, you don't really need much more than that for city use here. Anyways, I mean, I've got a Yaesu 857 I'm talking on right now. It only does 20 watts on UHF, right? But VHF gives me 50. I normally don't use 50. Like tonight, I'm only doing 40, so I can get out to the masses, and that should be plenty. And so, yeah, the QYT radios, I've seen them, not in person, but online, of course. And, yeah, man, you're just getting back into it. That'll do you just fine.
Yeah, thank you. I'll check that out. Yeah, it's a tiny little thing. You can almost put it in your shirt pocket. That's how small it is. Anyway, I'll let you get back to net. Thanks again. And we'll be here for a bit. I'll probably put my little buddy to bed shortly, but I'll pop in before you close down.
All right, very good. Enjoy the little one. And, yeah, if you have trouble finding us, type in AREG week 1679, and that should bring you right to us. Okay, Bill, thanks so much. And, yeah, you'll be able to hear yourself. And so with that, let's see who else is out there would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ.
VA3MC.
Here he is. There he is. Mr. Clinic, Mr. Fix-It Clinic guy. VA3NCA. Wade, come on in.
VA3CJZ, VA3NCA. Yeah, hi Chuck. Good evening to you and to everybody on net. I tried to get in the last round, but heard the strong signals overtook me, so made it in this round, so that's good. Yeah, it's a nice. It's been a nice week so far. Been back and forth to work a few times. Haven't had much time for radio, unfortunately. Although today I did play around a little bit with the little POTA frame that I'm trying to make for the 7100, so that maybe it's a little easier to pick up and go. So I had a bunch of old extruded aluminum profiles that I got from work, and they make for really good rigid frames to mount equipment in. So that's one of the projects that I've got on the side burner here. And I've been 3D printing at the place that you mentioned there, the maker's space at work. I've been using the printers there to print off some brackets to mount the stuff in. So it's nice and convenient to have that as an option. Not very good yet at the 3D modeling that you need to do for it, but I'm getting there. So it's functional, and it's a lot of fun. Something to an adjacent part of the ham radio hobby. I think 3D printing has become. Other than that, the other radio-related thing that happened was I did happen to find an old CB in the what's it called, in the e-waste at work. So I don't know if it works yet. I haven't powered it up, but it's just a little mobile unit, little low-power, realistic one from, was that the old Radio Shack stuff? So anyways, maybe that'll be a fun thing to clean up and see how close it is to functional. So that was my radio find, I guess, of the week. Back to you.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I've got an old TRC 490. It's a base station model. I should put it up here on my desk so you guys can see it during the net there. It's a classic. And still works. Actually, it's never been opened, never been modified, because the clarifier is locked in it. Of course, it's got sidebands, so the clarifier doesn't really work. So that would need to be addressed in order for it to function properly. But it's never been screwdrivered. So yeah, pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that sounds good. This must be the little brother to that, because it's a TRC 415. So it is a little kind of mobile form factor. It has a bracket for mounting under a dash, it looks like. So it seemed complete. Haven't put power to it, but it seemed complete with a mic, mounting bracket. It even had some. It was probably the cheapest RG something or other that you could find, to a little mag mount antenna with an inductor on it, so it's really short. So this was definitely a mobile rig. So yeah, I'll have to see. I don't know if you're familiar with the TRC 415 model, but that's what this one is. And so maybe I'll have to go and pull it up on the bench here and turn it on and see what it see if it's how close it is to functional. I don't know much more about it. I never was really into CB, but when I saw it there, I just couldn't leave
it. couldn't just leave it behind, eh? Oh, that's right. No radio is left behind. Very good, Wade. Oh, and speaking of the 3D printers you were talking about earlier that you use, I saw a video on this place that makes synthetic diamonds, and they use these in printer tips, diamond tipped printer jet or whatever it is they're called. I don't know nothing about them, but they handle the heat better because they get warm. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of that, and it's also a little bit of the fancier filaments you can use. So if you use any of the fancy stuff like the carbon fiber and a few other types of filament that you print with, they're really abrasive, and so between heating them up to hundreds of degrees plus an abrasive material passing through them, they can really get worn down. And so, yeah, they're doing all fancy stuff with the technology these days. You know, it's quite an interesting rabbit hole to go down, and you could spend a lot of time in it. But it sure is functional and pretty helpful for imagining something you need and then being able to turn it into an object.
Yeah, it was pretty neat how they did that. They had a 5-point or 6-point machine that would compress the carbon and the salt and this and that and the other thing there in these little capsules, and the pressure and the heat is so high they actually could make a diamond with it, because they said it takes 1 billion years to make a diamond. So leave it up to humanity to learn how to cut corners. But yeah, I learned something there. That was very interesting. Anyways, Wade, thank you so much for checking in. Much appreciated, sir. And anything else before I do another call out?
No, I am going to be here for the duration, though. I'll listen along and looking forward to it, as always, for a good way to spend a Wednesday. Just last thing on that 3D printer, there's a YouTube channel called Void Star Lab, and it's, man, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's quite, Zach, that's his name, Zach from Void Star Labs. And he's quite a character, but he does a lot of 3D printing stuff, and one of the types of 3D printing content he does is cursed filament types, and so he will get all the wacky sort of filament types that 3D printers have dreamed up and then do test prints with them. And so he gets into things where you've got to replace fancy nozzles so you don't destroy them. And I think the most cursed one he did was he had a meat filament. You heard that right. Yeah, don't know what type of meat it was, but when you heat it up to hundreds of degrees, apparently his lab smelled pretty bad. I don't know if it was quite editable, so I don't know the point, but it certainly fit the definition of cursed filament. So anyways, Zach from Void Star Lab, if you're interested in 3D printing content on YouTube. Anyways, I will let you pick up the next person, and I will be listening along for the duration. VA3MCA, back to you there, Chuck.
All right, Zach at 3D Printing Labs or something like that. I'll find it. Okay, very good. Thanks for that, Wade. All right, so let's see who else is out there would like to check into the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group. My name is Chuck, and my call is VA3CJZ. Please come now.
VE3 LBI.
VE3LBI. Larry, come on in.
Yep. Thanks, Chuck. Nothing to really report. I missed the net last night. I don't know what time who ran it or what time it started, what time it ended. It ended up with a toilet that wouldn't shut off, so I had to play around with the plumbing on that. I finally got it repaired. Well, cleaned, I guess, more than anything, or repaired. Just cleaned. It seemed to be, I don't know, doesn't look like a lot of stuff was around the actual pipe itself for the shut-off portion, but must have been something.
Oh, I hate when that happens. And now we have one of those fancy low flushing toilets there, and the inside at the back where the tank is, it's totally alien to me. It might as well be a Toyota engine in there. And so if you have a problem or the toilet gets stuck, you can't just put the plunger in. You apparently got to do something at the back of the tank there, and it's like, oh my gosh, what a pain.
Well, that's what happened. Was actually in the tank, and for some reason the float was stuck down, and it wouldn't come up and shut the water off. So I got some fantastic with some bleach. I cleaned the tube that it runs up and down, and threw a bucket of hot water in there and readjusted the actual height of it. So seems to be okay, but it's one of those things now you can't quite walk away from it. You got to kind of check it to make sure it's going to shut off. So you got to pay for the water, and obviously you don't want it running all night. But anyways, it took some time yesterday to figure out, well, not to figure out what the problem was, try to repair the problem or fix the problem by cleaning the pipe. So if it happens again, I'll tear the whole thing apart, take it out, and give it a real good clean out from underneath the tank, anyways.
Yeah, remember to remove the goldfish first, right?
Absolutely, you don't want to flush the goldfish.
Yeah. I've seen people. I've seen, I think, videos of people putting the goldfish in there because they just had nowhere to put them for now, or leave them in the bag they get it from the store and for a couple days. Anyways, all right, very good. Well, I did a hat trick, Larry. I was net controller on Monday and Tuesday and tonight, so no big deal. But I'll throw it out there. If anybody's interested in doing being net controller for Tuesday nights, Bill, VE3IUK, will be unavailable for some time over the winter here, as he's got other priorities. And so if anyone would like to raise their hand, by all means, let me know, or let someone else know, and you can try your shot at it. It's no big deal. Just they're usually done within a half hour, 45 minutes, and yeah. Anyways, Larry, anything else?
Just actually a quick question for you. I went on Rick's net on Monday night. Was he really low to you in his signal strength? Do you remember or no?
Yes, I remember. And Rick was strong as usual, 30 over. And you were also strong to me, but you were not very strong to him. The only low person I got on Monday night was Mac. VA3IMW was in my noise floor. I could make out some words, but not all of it. So just weird conditions, I guess.
Yeah, it must have been, because like he's usually like way up in the red. And Monday night he was like just pushing the 9 mark. That was it. So I just wondered. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Must have been something going on. Anyways, that's all I got. Think about put up some decorations outside again. The weather gets a little bit warmer, but other than that, nothing too much exciting. Other than actually the bands weren't bad this afternoon. I was quite surprised. I worked 20, quite a few stations on 20. So no QSB and good, solid, strong signals. Really strong, like good 5.9 plus out of the states. I think I worked the East Coast and West Coast of Ontario or Canada, and quite a few different states. So I was quite surprised.
Oh, okay. So am I, because we've got less than 50 sunspots when I checked a couple hours ago. And, of course, the A index and the K index were right down low, but it didn't show that the bands, it showed that the bands were not doing very well. So good for you. I haven't made any contacts today, so far anyways. I'm still trying to get up early in the mornings to make the good contacts, are usually early in the morning. But I've been staying up late because the missus works the afternoon shift. And we spend a couple of hours when she doesn't get home till anywhere between 11 or midnight. So I stay up late and, of course, get up late, right? So, but anyways, I find it's better in the mornings, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'm usually busy in the mornings and have more opportunity, I guess, in the afternoon. So, anyways, other than that, Chuck, that's it. I'll pass it back to you. Carry on. I'm not sure if anybody else is following behind me or not, but I'm sure you're going to start the trivia very shortly.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, very soon. And so with that, we'll clear with VE3LBI. And let's see, anybody else out there wishing to check in to the AREG net? Please come now.
VA3 NFG.
Hey, there's another one, VA3 NFG. I also want to say hi to Albert in Barrie, VA3 Bravo Tango. And I think there's a couple more there. I'll have to get back to it. But let's bring in VA3 NFG.
Hello, Chuck, and to all on net. I've got a throat lozenge I'm sucking on right now, so I got a bit of a sore throat. Hopefully it doesn't turn into much more. How early in the morning are you talking about? Like when are you getting these contacts? What time? Are we talking before 9 a.m. or after 9 a.m.?
Well, when we had longer days, Steve, I'm talking like 6 a.m. Sometimes there'd be nothing until after 10:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning. It would be strong till about 12:30 in the afternoon, and then the bands would start changing, and it wasn't so good after that. But it can be at any time, up until 12 at least, where you'll see conditions are optimum. Like I use the AC log, and there's a DX map there you pull up, and it shows you all the stations that are out calling, or all the contacts being made anyways. And I can tell which bands are active, and so that's a good tell for me, right? But yeah, I'd say 9 till 12. But somebody, Rick mentioned he spoke to someone who told him the wee hours of the morning, 4, 5, 6 a.m.
B3BK.
Yeah, for POTA, 5, 6 in the morning. I don't know. I'll let you pick up Rick there, Chuck. VA3 NFG.
Yeah, okay, Steve. Yeah, no POTA. Definitely DX. Let's bring in Rick, VE3BK.
Okay, you'll find that best conditions are gray line. And gray line is like when sun up, sun down. So it doesn't matter what time of year it is, because sun up and sun down are at different times. But that's a really good time where the signal will bounce off the ionosphere. That's a real good time to work DX and stuff. Is gray line, sun up, sun down. Anyway, so there's a suggestion for you there, for anybody listening there. V3BK.
Yeah, so because it's this time of year, Rick, the gray line now isn't until about 8 o'clock, around there, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then again at quarter to 5, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So, yeah, a lot of people say the gray line affects conditions. They go long or go short.
Exactly, that's exactly right.
Back to you there, Steve.
Yeah, okay there, Chuck. That's pretty much all I have here. Mark asked me to give a check-in for him, but that's something he's going to have to do via radio if he wants to personally check in. I do see he's checked into YouTube right after me, so that'll have to do for now. Anyway, that's all, Chuck. I'll send it back to Net Control, see who else you can pick up. Thanks for doing it, buddy. VA3CJZ, VA3NFG.
Okay, Steve, very good. Yeah, I just noticed you and Mark there checking in. Hey, listen, a YouTube check-in also works, not a problem. And if he wants to check in via radio, that's up to him. So Thank you. And let's see, who else is out there would like to check into this net? Please come now. All right, so looking at the contests, I only see one this weekend, so that'll be great for you POTA guys. One, well, there's more than one, but one that's for several hours. There's two, really. There's the Lima Zulu DX contest. That's from Bulgaria, and that's for sideband and CW. 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, and 80. And that has an exchange of, well, you're not an LZ member, so you would just give your 5.9 and your ITU zone, which for us is a 4. So you would say 594. Pretty easy. I like those. And then we have a 4-hour sideband contest called the North American Single Sideband Sprint Contest. And that is worldwide and sideband only for 20 meters, 40, and 80. Again, it's only on for 4 hours, starting at 0 Zulu November 23rd and ending 0400 Zulu November 23rd. And that's pretty much it. But if you want to check out all the really short CW sprints and all that, just open up your web browser, type in contestcalendar.com, and click on the 8-day contest button at the top left, right next to the home button there, and you'll get all the contests listed there. With that, does anyone here have any announcements that they would like to make before we move on into the other portion of the net? Anyone, please come now. Alrighty then. So that means we'll have to go back to my documents here, and we're going to start off with a little bit of trivia. Well, this one here is under my my general trivia page that I've got. There's a lot here, and they're all about different subjects. So I know we did Canada for quite a while. We're going to do one that's geography oriented to start things off. I've got the web page going there, and let's see. Here's a fairly easy one. Which is the only continent with land in all 4 hemispheres? Which is the only continent with land in all 4 hemispheres?
That is Africa.
Yes, my Zulu brother, it is Africa. Yep. Alrighty now. Moving to the U.S. Which river flows through the Grand Canyon? All right, tough one, eh? This is the Colorado River. That's what runs through there. And sticking with water, where is Angel Falls, the world's largest waterfall, located? Angel Falls.
In Brazil.
I'll give you a hint. Trump is shooting drug boats there. All right, and Wade got that one right. Finally, Venezuela is the correct answer of where Angel Falls is located. All right, quick one. What is the state capital of New York? What's the capital of New York?
Syracuse.
How about Albany?
Bangkok.
All right, all good answers, but a stranger got it right. It's Albany. Is that Chris? Who is that call sign?
Yeah, Victor
Alpha 3, Charlie Kilo Zulu. Yep, I figured I just got that one right. Over.
Very good there, Chris. Thanks for chiming in with the right answer. You kind of caught me off guard there. A lot of people get that wrong, eh? And they're like our neighbors practically. Well, you know, a lot of people say that Toronto is the capital of Canada too, right? So. All right, Chris, everything going okay with you?
Yeah, all's good, Chuck. Yeah, I've spent the last week putting up Christmas decorations and cleaning up the yard. Over.
Yes, my least favorite time of the year, but we're pretty good here. We don't have that many leaves falling in the backyard. A lot of pine cones, though. My gosh, it's a pain in the butt in the springtime for me to clean up all those pine cones.
Yeah, we've got a black walnut tree out the back on a neighbor's property, and the squirrels are just having a field day in the springtime for sure. But we've got a neighbor across the street with 2 large red maple trees, and it's shedding at this point in time, and it's only about half done, so we've gone through about 10 bags for leaves so far. Back to you.
Yeah, that's when you pray for a windy day, Chris, so it blows all your leaves over onto the neighbor's fence.
Yeah, it's not my trees anyway, but they're going down the street, and the neighbors down the street are not too happy about the whole thing either. Over.
Yeah, I know. We live about 6 houses down from one of the few trees on this street, and man, we get covered in leaves because the wind always blows from west to east, so we get it. Anyhow, Chris, thanks a bunch for checking in, sir, and I don't know how long you're going to stick around, but enjoy the rest of the net that you're going to listen to. Anything else?
Take care.
All right, take care, Chris. Anyone else wishing to check in, please come now. All right, let's get back to it now. So Albany was the correct answer. Now, on which continent would you find the world's largest dessert?
Dessert or desert?
Tomato. World's largest desert. What continent would that be on?
Antarctica.
Correct. Antarctica. You always jump in and get that one first right, Mac. Very good. What's the capital of Ireland? The capital of Ireland. Anyone? All right, that's Dublin, or Dublin if you're from there. What is the smallest U.S. state by area? What's the smallest U.S. state?
Rhode Island, possibly?
As a state because it's a district. So that would have to be something on the East Coast there. Connecticut?
Rhode Island.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, not Long Island, Rhode Island. That's correct. And Chris got that right earlier there. He jumped in with that. And yeah, so, hey, have you heard they want to turn D.C. into a state now? Because it'll give them more seats in the Senate. All right, what is the tallest type of tree?
A redwood?
Absolutely. I saw a gentleman turn a tree, a chopped down tree, of course, and he had a homemade lathe, and he He did it all by hand with these long steel spikes that he grinded into like chisels. It was pretty neat. And it was a redwood, too. Pretty big. All right, true or false? Holland is a region in the Netherlands. True or false? Holland is a region in the Netherlands.
Well, let's try true.
Absolutely. Holland is a region of the Netherlands, but a lot of people say I'm from Holland, just generally speaking about the Netherlands. So very good, Chris. Oh, and Wade got that right as well on YouTube. All right, who can name the 5 Great Lakes? Get them all right.
Superior, Huron, Michigan, St. Clair, Erie, Ontario.
Oh, no, that's not. That's a bay. Lake Michigan. I think that's 5.
All right, you doubled with Chris there, but I'll get back to you, Chris. Go ahead again there, Mac.
Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, Lake Michigan. Oh, you made me lose my train of thought. You completely derailed it. The passengers are not happy. 1, 2, 3. OMG. Lake Huron. I think that's 5.
Superior.
You need Superior in there.
Yeah, that's a good one, too.
That is correct. Correct. So the order that I have them in here doesn't matter, but this is what I have. Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario. Way to go, guys. It was nice to hear you guess.
There's a team spirit for you. We get it all right together.
Yeah, you worked it out. Didn't have to have a meeting. All right, how many European capitals does the Danube river flow through? How many European capitals does the Danube River flow through?
5.
Nope. It is 4. And Wade got that one right. All right, fill in the blanks. The capital of Bulgaria is blank, O-F-I, blank. Fill in the blanks. The capital of Bulgaria is blank, O-F-I, blank. That's a good one. I remember they used to do that on the game show. All right, the answer is Sofia. Sofia is the capital of Bulgaria. Speaking of Bulgaria, that's making me think of Vanya. Has anybody heard Vanya lately?
Have not heard him on the air. Goodness gracious. I wonder what continent he's on today.
Yeah, maybe he moved to Algonquin Park there. Geez, I don't know. All right. He was on Discord a short time ago. Oh, very good, Wade. Thanks. Okay, next. In what capital would you find the Little Mermaid statue? In what capital city would you find the Little Mermaid statue?
Japan.
Copenhagen. Yeah, it's in Copenhagen. On which continent would you find the city of Baku? What continent would you find the city of Baku?
Sounds like Asia.
Sounds like Asia, doesn't it? And it is. Very good, Mac. What is the only flag that does not have 4 sides? Oh, that's interesting. What's the only flag? What country is that from that does not have 4 sides? That would be in Nepal, where the Buddhists are, I think, right? Nepal is in the Himalayas, is it not?
Yeah, it is. That's where it is.
All right, there you go. I think it's a 3-sided flag. All right, how many stars are on the Chinese flag? How many stars? All right, at least Wade tried it, and he said 3. And that would be a, where is it? Right there. uh, no, it's not 3, it's 5. There are 5 stars on the Chinese flag. Okay, how many colors are used in the South African flag? How many colors? Come on, 1 to 10. Anyone?
Turn it up to 11.
Nope, it's a half dozen. 6. What are the colors of the flag of the United Nations? What 2 colors?
Blue and white.
Look at that, eh? The newcomer to the net there that only comes in once in a while is getting most of the answers right. Way to go, Chris. And Wade on YouTube, he finally got that one right. It's blue and white. Even though he can't spell, but that's okay. What country features a shipwreck on its national flag? Think of Pirates of the Caribbean. That's right, folks. Bermuda. Bermuda has a shipwreck. They should have a, what is it? They should have a hurricane on their flag. As what, of course, they should have, right? Yeah, no, the answer was Bermuda there, Wade. But, yeah, they should have a hurricane on the flag instead. That or the Tasmanian devil there with a little tornado next to him. All right. Last one for geography. What mountain range separates Europe and Asia?
Really tall ones.
That would be called the Ural Mountains. I do believe it's Russia/China. The Ural, it's spelled Ural, Ural Mountains. Because I've often wondered about that, because there is no separation in the continents of Europe and Asia, yet they're both stuck together, right? They must be going by plates or something. I don't know. All right, well, that's it for the geography for the moment. Let's move on to a few of the science ones, and then we'll jump to on this day. I think we've done a few of these already, but which planet in the Milky Way is the hottest?
Uranus.
No, it's Uranus. No, never mind. Venus. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Venus is the hottest.
And Uranus is not hot.
Not unless you had that hot sauce. All right, where is the strongest human muscle located?
Be the tongue.
The jaw. Correct answer.
Oh, come on, really? Seriously? How do they measure that? Compared to the tongue? Wait a minute. That's what she said.
Yeah, but you can't crush nuts with your tongue.
Oh, I'm not going to touch that one.
Okay. Which is the only body part that is fully grown at birth?
You know what?
Eyeball.
That is correct. I don't think that means everyone's eyeballs are the same size, but close. Because I swear some people have bigger eyeballs than others. They kind of stick out. But yeah, you're born with the size of your eyes at birth will be the same size when you die, but everything else on you will grow, and that includes your ears, your nose, everything except your eyes. All right, let's finish off with another easy one. What is the name of the world's first artificial satellite?
Sputnik.
Roger that.
I think technically it's Sputnik 1. It could be a typo here, but it says Sputnik 1, which makes me believe there were more than the one Sputnik. So there you go. You guys got that right. Way to go. Thank you so much for playing the trivia portion of the net tonight. And look at the time. It's already 9:16 p.m. And let's see who else is out there that's listening that would like to check into our net. This is VA3CJZ.
Question.
Deb, I wonder how she made out with Run for the Bacon.
Yeah, it would have been nice to hear Debbie again. I think we got a question there from Rick, VE3BK.
Yeah, the on air sign you've got on the YouTube there, right in the middle at the top. Is that on a computer screen or is that some kind of sign you got?
That is an actual sign. I actually changed cameras. This is a 4K camera that I'm using to show that screen. But it's not set to that resolution right now. But it is pretty darn good. Yeah, that's a sign that I mounted on a piece of plywood there, Rick. There's 2 screws. If you look, there's a screw in between the O and the N on top there, under the blue. And then on the right, there's a letter right above where the I and R is in between there. And it's mounted on a plexiglass. It's LED, made to look like fluorescent lights, but it's LED mounted on a plexiglass.
Yeah, I've seen different ones. And we have an on-air sign at the Canadian Warplane Heritage at the bottom of the stairs. And they bought that special for us. And it works on 110. You gotta turn it on, it comes on, and it lights up. I'm not sure, but that looks really nice. Looks really nice there, Chuck. Over.
Oh, thanks, Rick. I always try and make things look nice here at the station for the videos. And yeah, I'm open to questions. You can see I've got some lights there to help out with the different cameras that I've got going. There's a camera directly in front of the radio faceplate. And you'll see there's another white light on the left. and it's shining on a another camera called the OBS bot, the OBS bot um, gimbal camera, which means if I want to set it to follow me around, I could even get up and move around and it'll follow me. Pretty neat stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What, below the on-air sign, you've got, looks like a laptop or something there, screen keeps going on and off. What is that?
Oh, that's an Echo Show from Amazon there. It's a smart assistant, but it's got a video screen. And if I wanted to show me one of my security cameras, I just say, so and so. Here, I won't. I forgot to mute it. It's set for to answer to the word computer. So I would just say, computer, show me the front door, or show me the back door, or whatever you want to ask Alexa. It will answer for you, but it also shows videos. It'll show Netflix and Prime videos, all kinds of stuff.
Does Alexa get offended when you say, show me the back door?
She's very polite because I say thank you to her and she goes, you're welcome anytime, literally. But I always say thank you.
Amazing what AIs do for you now.
Yeah, and that, of course, is sitting on top of my Yaesu FC20 automatic tuner. And that's where that's sitting right now. So hopefully all that's going to disappear when I get a new radio. And I'm going to replace that with the new radio. All right. Any more questions, comments, or check-ins for tonight's net? Please come now. All right, let's show some QSL cards and start on this day. We are at week 249 on this day. And so we always start with today's famous birthdays. And for today, November 19th. And we'll start with the year 1799 and René Caillet, French explorer and the first European to return alive from the town of Timbuktu. And he was born in France. He died in 1838. Now, I had to look up Timbuktu because you hear it all the time. And it's basically in the desert in Africa. So, yeah, deep. It's a town in the desert, literally. Not a nice area. And I'm sure back in 1799, it was much, much smaller than what it is today. All right, next, born in 1805, 6 years later than René, Ferdinand de Lesseps, a French diplomat that built the Suez Canal, and he was born in Versailles during the French Empire, and he died in 1894. Hiram Bingham was born on this day in 1875. Hang on a second here. All right, next we've got Hiram Bingham, born in 1875. He's an American archaeologist who rediscovered the Incan site of Machu Picchu, which is located in Peru. And Hiram Bingham was born in Honolulu in the Kingdom of Hawaii. Born in 1910, Adrian Conan Doyle, That's right, the youngest son of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, born in Sussex, England. And of course, Arthur Conan Doyle wrote all the Sherlock Holmes books and others. All right, next we've got the year 1919, and we have Angus, or his real name was Alan Young, a British Canadian American. What? 3 citizenships. A British Canadian American actor. Guess who this guy played? Mr. Ed. He was Wilbur on Mr. Ed. And he was also a voice actor for the character Scrooge McDuck. So he was born in England as well, died in 2016. He almost reached 100 years old. Larry King Live. Oh no, just Larry King. Born on this day, November 19th in 1933. He passed away in 2021. Of course, he was an American radio and TV host with the Larry King Live on CNN, born in New York City. Dick Cavett, celebrating a birthday today, born in 1936. He's an American talk show host, The Dick Cavett Show, and he was born in Nebraska. All right, who remembers Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention? Ray Collins was born on this day, 1937. He's an American rock vocalist with the Mothers of Invention, and he was born in Pomona, California. Died in 2012. Ted Turner turns 87 today. Born in 1938, he's an American businessman who founded CNN and is the owner of the Atlanta Braves and winner of the America's Cup in 1977. Born in Cincinnati, Ohio. Wasn't he married to Fonda? Jane Fonda? Well, I know they were dating for a while. Anyhow, next, Grizzly Adams was born on this day in 1941. His real name is Dan Haggerty, an American actor who played Grizzly Adams on TV, and he was born in Hollywood, California. Died in 2016. And one of the few major popular fashion designers still alive today, Calvin Klein, turns 83. Born in 1942, he's an American fashion designer. Calvin Klein jeans and the brand CK. Born in the Bronx, New York. Let's do another shout out and see if anybody listening would like to check into our net. Please come now. This is VA3 CJZ.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot Portable. Good evening, Chuck.
All right, I pulled another one out of the fireworks, or out of the wood pile. VA3 CRF, Vern, mobile, portable, come on in.
Good evening, Chuck. Just taking a short walk. Just been listening for the last few minutes. Always enjoy. Back to you, Chuck.
All right, very good. Thanks for checking in, Vern. And yeah, it's going to start getting chilly now overnight. I think we're going to be at the 0 mark tonight there. So I'm seeing 2.6 degrees currently. Probably not much wind, right?
Much wind. Get down to minus 2 tonight.
Okay, you're kind of dropping out of my range there, Vern, but thank you so much for checking in. I think you said going down to minus 2, but either way, it's cold. as far as I'm concerned. If you can't sleep outside under the stars, it's cold. Well, without a parka, I mean. Okay, thanks, Vern. Anything else there? I don't know if I can hear you, but come on back. All right. Okay, Matt had to leave us. He said he's got to start work in 1.5 hours. I just found out I have to start work in 1.5 hours. Oh, my goodness. Good night. Don't sleep in. All right, let's go back to it. Anyone else wishing to check in to our net, please come now. All right, let's go back to on this day. In 1943, Fred Lipsius was born. He's an American rock pianist and saxophone player for the band Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Gosh, that brings me back to the 60s and 70s. Born in New York City. Next, another musician born in 1944, Charlie Coe. An American rock guitarist and bassist for Paul Revere and the Raiders. Remember them? 1963 and to 1968. Yeah, I remember that. And Charlie Coe, he was born in Boise, Idaho. Still alive. Next, another famous person born in 1944, Dennis Hull, a Canadian ice hockey left wing with the NHL All-Star. He was an NHL All-Star in 69, 71, 72, 73, 74 with the Chicago Blackhawks. His famous brother, of course, is Bobby Hull, and he was born in Point Anne, Ontario. Joe Carrero was born on this day, 1946, an American rock drummer with Paul Revere and the Raiders. Oh, look at that. Two guys in the same band have a birthday on the same day. Born in 1955, Peter Aykroyd, a Canadian actor, comedian, and writer for SNL and Sci Factor. He was born in Ottawa, Ontario. Guess who his brother is? Dan Aykroyd is his brother, and Peter died a few years ago in 2021. Miss Elizabeth from WWE fame was born on this day, 1960. Her real name was Elizabeth Hulette, Hullette. An American pro wrestling valet for Randy Savage. And she was born in Kentucky. Passed away, unfortunately, I think of a drug overdose in 2003. Meg Ryan turns 64 today, born in 1961. An American actress. She's famous for the movie When Harry Met Sally and Sleepless in Seattle, and another one called Kate and Leopold. She's basically disappeared from the Hollywood scene. I was told she didn't like all the attention she was getting. It was too much. She was born in Connecticut. Jodie Foster is next. She turned 63 today, born in 1962. An American actress. Silence of the Lambs, you might remember her in, as well as many other movies. Born in L.A., California. Jack Dorsey turns 49 today. He was born in 1976. He's an American entrepreneur and computer programmer who co-founded Twitter. and something called square block, born in St. Louis, Missouri. And last on my list is Adam Driver, turning 42, born in 1983. An American actor. You might remember him from the newer Star Wars movie. He played Darth Vader. And he was born in Fontana, California. So that's it for people passing away on this day. Any other check-ins for tonight's net while we pause for station identification? Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet, Zulu.
I think you meant people born on this day. You said people that passed away on this day. Back to you, Chuck, VA3CRF.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. It is. Those were all people born on this day. Yeah. We move on now to who died today in history. Who died on this day in history? Thanks for that, Vern. Let's start with the man in the iron mask. I'm sure we all grew up watching a few movies about the man in the iron mask. He was. This is the year 1703. It's a real a real person, but nobody knows who it is. Same as in the movie, it was a mystery, but they eventually reveal it because it's a movie, right? But this was a prisoner in Bastille prison in Paris. This is the day where the day that he died was in 1703. On this day, I mean. And so I had to do a little bit of research. And the man in the iron mask was an unidentified political prisoner held in France, most famously at the Bastille prison in Paris, who died in 1703, while the historical consensus points to a man named Eustache Dauger, who was a valet, was arrested in 1669. But his true identity and the reason for his secret imprisonment remain a mystery. He was a state prisoner during the reign of Louis XIV, and strict measures were taken to keep his identity hidden, leading to decades of speculation and legend. Next, we have a little girl dying in 1997 named Christina Corrigan. She was an American, and she was an obese little girl. She was 680 pounds when she died, and she was only 13 years old. 680.
Wow.
Yeah, they would have had to taken out the front bay window to get her out, I'm sure. That's massive.
Especially for that age.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, next, Ted Fujita, died in 1998. Ted Fujita is a Japanese-American meteorologist who invented the Fujita scale for rating tornadoes. He dies at the age of 78. You know how you say this tornado is an F5 or an F4? Well, this guy invented that scale for that. All right, dying in 2007, Kevin Dubrow, an American heavy metal singer with Quiet Riot, dies of an overdose at the age of 53 on this day. Then we move to the year 2010. Pat Burns, everybody knows him, Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame coach for the Montreal Canadiens and then the Toronto Maple Leafs and then the Boston Bruins. He won the Stanley Cup in 2002, 2003 with the New Jersey Devils. Dies from cancer at the age of 58 back in 2010. 2014, Ralph or Riff West, American rock bassist with Molly Hatchet, dies at the age of 64. Now, I normally don't mention murderers, but tonight I will. Charles Manson died on this day, 2017. An American criminal, murderer, and cult leader of the Manson family dies of natural causes at the age of 83. Now, I looked something up which was really weird, and Quentin Tarantino's last movie called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was inspired, he says, by Charles Manson. So I don't get that, but I barely remember that movie. It was pretty wacky. All right, we end up with the year 2017, and Mel Tillis died. His real name is Lonnie Melvin Tillis, an American country singer who died of respiratory failure at the age of 85. If I'm not mistaken, Mel Tillis stuttered when he spoke, but did not do so when he sang. I think he was on the Johnny Carson show. And many other shows. So that's it for people who died on this day, famous people who died on this day. Any questions, comments, or check-ins? All right. Today in history, November 19th, the year is 1274. The Mongol army lands at Hakata Bay in Japan during their first invasion attempt and are defeated. One of the few times the Mongol army has been defeated, but this was because a typhoon destroys most of their fleet as they withdraw. Now, I looked it up, and in 1274, the leader of the Mongols was Kublai Khan, the founder and first emperor of the Yuan dynasty. Yeah. Columbus reaches Puerto Rico. In 1493, Christopher Columbus reaches Puerto Rico, inhabited by the Taino, on his second voyage to the Caribbean. Next, Ivan the Terrible kills his son. In 1581, Tsarevich Ivan Ivanovich dies after being attacked by his father, Ivan the Terrible, 3 days earlier. So you know I had to get more information. Ivan the Terrible killed his son, Tsarevich Ivan Ivanovich, in a fit of rage on November 16th, 1581, after a dispute over his son's pregnant wife. The Tsar had reportedly attacked his daughter-in-law for wearing an immodest dress, leading her to miscarry. When the Tsarevich confronted his father, Ivan struck him in the head with his scepter, causing a fatal wound that led to his death 3 days later. There's a famous painting that depicts this. I'm not sure if it's Van Gogh, but there is a famous painting of this scene. In 1620, the Mayflower reaches Cape Cod and explores the coast. That's all it said, so I looked up some more info. The Mayflower brought the Pilgrims to the Americas on this day in 1620, arriving in Cape Cod on November 11th and then November 21st in the modern-day calendar. Okay. After a 66-day voyage from England. So back then it took 2 months to sail from England. They anchored in Provincetown Harbor and later moved to Plymouth, where they established the first permanent New England colony. And also on this day, Lewis and Clark reached the Pacific. In 1805, Lewis and Clark expedition, led by Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, and also they had a native with them, which was a translator and a guide, but is not often mentioned. And they reached the Pacific Ocean, the first Europeans European Americans to cross to the west, or cross the west. And in 1861, we have the first petroleum shipment, and it was 1,329 barrels of petroleum from the U.S. to Europe, and it leaves Philadelphia, USA to London, England on the Elizabeth Watts back in 1861. And then in 1863, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln delivers his Gettysburg Address. And that starts with 7 years ago. All right, in 1869, Hudson Bay Company signs a deed of transfer of Prince Rupert's land, which is 3.9 million square kilometers, to the British Crown, who then cedes it to Canada for 300,000 British pounds, or $1.5 million. So Hudson Bay owned Prince Rupert's land, and then sold it. Oh no. Yeah, they signed the deed of transfer to the British Crown. Okay, who then cedes it to Canada for 300,000 British pounds, or 1.5 million. All right, I got it now. And in 1872, E.D. Barbour of Boston is awarded the U.S. patent for a calculator, the first adding machine with keys capable of printing totals and subtotals, back in 1872. And in 1881, a meteorite lands near the village of, I can't mention it, it's in Ukraine. Southwest of Odessa, Ukraine. Now, I looked it up, and nobody knows where this meteorite is today, but apparently it was put in with other meteorites that they had. They have a collection of them somewhere, but no one knows where it is. In 1916, a gentleman by the name of Samuel Goldfish and Edgar and Archibald Selwyn establish Hollywood's Goldwyn Pictures. Goldfish later changes his name to Goldwyn, which would later move on to become Metro Goldwyn Mayer, which we know today as MGM. So this is 1916. Let's move up to 1947 now. A 200-inch mirror, or 17 feet, arrives at Mount Palomar Observatory, California. And in 1949, Prince Rainier III coronation as the 30th ruling Prince of Monaco. He would go on to marry Grace Kelly. Now, Monaco is in the southern part of France, and that's where the famous, it's near the Monte Cristo, it's where the James Bond film was made, with the casino there, the Monte Carlo. Very famous place. That's part of Monaco. And in 1953, the U.S. Supreme Court rules that baseball is a sport, not a business. Huh.
I think it's a bit of both, right?
You're darn right it is. The amount these people make, it's crazy. Crazy. I can't go to a sports game nowadays. It's like $200 a person just to go watch a regular season game. By the time you pay for everything, it's crazy. All right. And on this day, 1959, the very first episode of Jay Ward's cartoon series, Rocky and His Friends, featuring Rocket J, who is Rocky the Squirrel, and Bullwinkle J. Moose, airs on ABC with the voice talents of June Foray, Paul Frees, and William Conrad. William Conrad played a detective on TV in the 70s, and he also did animation voices in a lot of cartoons. William Conrad. Anyhow, that was the beginning of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Now everybody talks about Apollo 11 in 1969, landing on the moon, but also in 1969 we have Apollo 12. And Apollo 12's Charles Conrad and Alan Bean become the third and fourth humans on the moon. I wouldn't have known those names if you had flashing lights around it. I would not know. And in 1979, Chuck Berry is released from prison for income tax evasion on this day, 1979. And in 1980, CBS TV bans a Calvin Klein jean ad featuring a 15-year-old Brooke Shields and the suggestive tagline, quote, "You want to know what comes between me and my Calvins? Nothing," end quote. I think that's funny, but okay. Listen, I'm sure she had to have the permission of her parents to do this commercial at 15, right? So, anyways, yeah, it was banned. But I think I've seen it. I must have saw it before it was banned. All right, this is a biggie here. In 1985, in the largest civil verdict in U.S. history, Pennzoil wins $10.5 billion judgment against Texaco. Remember the Texaco gas stations used to be a big long pole with a giant star? Yeah. Jesus. 10.5 billion. Those oil companies, man, they make more money than we can think of. All right, in 1998 now, Vincent van Gogh's Portrait of the Artist Without Beard sells at auction for, get this, $71.5 million. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, Wade mentioned on YouTube there, don't forget about Natasha. Yep, all those other characters came out after that. That was cool. And Boris. Don't forget Boris. All right, in 2006, innovative video game console, the Nintendo Wii, is released in North America by Nintendo President Satoru Iwata. And in 2017, Oumuamua, 400 meters long and reddish, the first known interstellar object in our solar system, is first detected by scientists and is initially thought to be of possible alien origin. Now they since think it might be a slice of a small planet that broke off. All right, and we'll end this with the year 2021 on this day. We have the longest partial lunar eclipse since the year 1440, lasting 3 hours, 28 minutes, and 23 seconds. That's a long eclipse. All right, that's it for On This Day, and hope you enjoyed it as much as I did doing the research. Do we have any questions, comments, or any last-minute check-ins before we do a 7-3 round? Please come now. All right, let's bring the cameras back up to the radio at least here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. And let's start with our 7-3 round with Chris, if he's still around. I think, but he was one and done. What do you say there, Chris? Are you there? VA3 WPG.
Thanks, Chuck. It's been a great evening. I've been listening pretty much all the way along here, and very interesting. I really, really had a great time hearing all the questions and the history and everything else. 7-3s to everybody out there. Appreciate it.
Okay, Chris, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You did fantastic on the trivia, my friend. Hope to hear you again soon. Take care. And so with that, let's jump over to Mac, VA3 IMW.
All's well. All is well here, Chuck. Thanks so much for keeping us entertained. What a way to spend the end of Hump Day. Looking forward to sliding down the steep slope into the weekend. 7-3s.
All right, Mac, I got you in before the pumpkin time, so glad you enjoyed it. And so I look forward to checking in with you tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. on the frequency of 446.125 for the Lake Ontario Radio Club net there, Mac. Have a good one. We'll talk to you then. All right, next let's go to Wade, VA3 November Charlie Alpha.
VA3 CJZ, VA3 NCA. Yeah, thanks again, Chuck, as always, for another pleasant way to spend a Wednesday night. You mentioned earlier Kylo Ren and Adam Driver.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a quick story, really quick. For years and years, I was a staff member at MAC before, like a regular staff member rather than in the management group. And for years, I reported to a manager there. When he retired, and I ended up applying for and getting his job, he actually gifted me a Kylo Ren doll. And the backstory there is Kylo Ren was actually Han Solo and Leia's son until he turned to the dark side. He was Ben Solo until he became Kylo Ren when he turned to the dark side. So my previous long-running manager gave me a Kylo Ren when I made the transition from staff member to management. And so, yeah, that Kylo Ren doll still is a prominent spot in my office at work. Anyways, that just reminded me of that. Thanks again there, Chuck, and I'll let you go down the line with 7-3s. I'll say 7-3, and thanks as always. VA3 NCA, back to you.
Welcome to the dark side. Okay, very good, Wade. Thanks for sharing that story with us. That's cool. All right, where are we now? Let's get my log up here. And a bunch of you are on YouTube. Matt, Albert, Wayne B. Let's go to Rick, VE3 Bravo Kilowatt.
Good evening to everybody. 73 round. Anyway, yeah, not much else. Yeah, don't forget anybody wants to tune in on HF tomorrow at 3 o'clock, 7100 the TP net. VA3 CWM will be on there. And hey, the only other thing I've got is the last Thursday of the month, the 27th of November, is the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club meeting at St. Paul's United Church, 42 Regina North. And all hands are welcome. anybody's welcome. So that's something I thought I'd throw in there, Chuck. And thanks for doing it. Good job as usual. V3 Bravo Kilowatt.
All right. Thank you, Rick. And of course, I'll be checking in with you tomorrow between 3 and 4 p.m. on 7.100. And Marty will also be with you, VE3BQ or QEE. And the both of you running a tag team for the net. And I look forward to checking in with you guys. Thanks for checking in tonight, Rick. Always a pleasure. And we'll talk to you soon. Next, let's bring naked women. VE3BNW. Bill, you there?
Just got the shack here a couple of minutes ago. Just got my little guy to bed, so it came down just in time for the 7-3 part of it. Yep, we're still here, and we're just poking around a few projects in the shack here. Good night as always. We'll talk to you hopefully next week. VE3BNW.
All right, Bill, if you ever want to test out your radio or anything like that, I usually monitor this frequency throughout the day. And you're welcome to give me a shout there if you want to try anything out. And welcome back to the hobby. And I see you're already starting to accumulate equipment there. So very good. And take care. Have a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you again soon. All right, let's bring in Huey, VE3DJZ.
All right, Chuck, just want to say good night. It was a good night with the net, like always. I sent you a video. Let me know if you got it on YouTube, on Facebook. All right, take care, and thanks again for doing that.
All right, Huey, sounding good that time. Don't know what radio you're on, but there's no tone on that one. Let's bring in Larry, VE3LBI.
Had a cough there. Sorry about that. E3LBI, yeah, thanks for doing it, Chuck. Listen along there and interesting stuff again. Always enjoy it. Hope that everybody there, maybe Friday night, 8 o'clock, if they got some time, at least for an hour anyways, on the RAG 2.
Absolutely. Of course, we'll check in with Larry, VE3LBI, on Friday evenings at 8 p.m. On the ZOE repeater. That's 443075. All you need is a positive offset. No tone required. Okay, Larry, thanks for your check-in and sticking around. Take care and have a great rest of the evening and week. Let's bring in Steve now, VA3NFG. All right, nothing heard. So tonight, so far, I counted 16 check-ins. I will double check with YouTube to make sure I got everybody in the log. But thank you all so much for joining me once again for the AREG. And I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, be safe and be kind to one another. This is VA3CJZ saying so long for now. 7-3.